Well, my art is just the only thing that I really care about. At the end of the day, it's like I've struggled. I've gone through many things. I find that I've had issues with my parents. I've had issues with education and myself and all that. But when it comes down to it, the thing that I always come back to is filmmaking and films and the art of cinema. So Red Rockets is one, a funny euphemism for dog dick, and two, it's just it's the name of the main team. It's the Red Rockets versus the Blue Banditos, and it was just this brainchild of my roommate, the writer director. He's all about making his stuff his way, and he wanted to make a film every semester of his year in college, and this was his like baby. It's the biggest project he'd ever done. It's about 15 minutes, and it requires a ton of extras and a ton of setup, and it was very professional, and so we wanted to get the experience, and it's funny and it was fun to make. Before I was living in this college house, I was living with my mother, and then things just got heated and I could no longer live with her anymore. So me and my friends no longer could hang out at my old place, my mom's, and so I moved in with these two guys, Brendan and Alex, who were the producer and the writer-director of the film. And me and all my friends would basically just come over and hang out and like help work on the movie while they were there. And yeah, it was just like I was working nonstop, either at school for the movie or at my job at a pizza place. So I was busy. It was fun to be there from the beginning and just see the whole thing kind of unravel. It's interesting how a film starts out as something completely different than how it'll end up sometimes. And it was just awesome to be like in on the writing process and like really help make it come to fruition. And I even did like a little bit of the production design on it, and it was just, I don't know, I hadn't acted in a little bit as well, and it felt good to act again in a role that was unlike any other that I had ever done. And it was a fun role to play and a fun movie to be a part of just in general. So the atmosphere of it and getting to work with my friends, because like I loved working with everybody in the short. We started the writing process went on for a long time, and pre-production, like I said, started in the spring, and we got everybody all together, and we were gonna shoot. Our original slate was like June 10th, something like that, or a little bit before then, June 3rd maybe. So it's somewhere in like the first or second week of June was when we were supposed to shoot, and that was because everybody at UNCG who was going to crew and be cast on the film, whether they were extras or like lead roles, school was getting out and they were about to all move back to their hometown, so we had to get it done, and it just went to shit so fast. Within like 3 days, we had our DP got the flu, director and writer got the worst case of pink eye that his doctor had ever seen. For 2 weeks, he was suffering and in constant pain, and I had to live with him. Our main actress got a concussion, and the director got fired from his job. So, needless to say, we had to push shooting back a little bit because everyone moved away before we could all get ourselves together and finish the movie. So over the summer, we kind of put it on hold for a little bit, and then after July, we started rounding everybody back up together and like getting everybody's schedule. And the first week that everybody moved back into college, we got it shot for the most part. But there's still some B-roll that we need to get, so the movie is still not finished. We're close, but not quite there. I would have liked to have been more involved on the production design part. I wish I had fought more for a role in that department, but I'm very happy with just being credited as an actor. The Red Rockets and the Blue Banditos have a feud that have been going on for years, and it's mostly, there are four main characters. There's Milo, who is the defenseman for the Red Rockets. There's Shades, who's offense for the Red Rockets. Stevie, who is offense for the Blue Banditos, and Moshin, who is me, who is the defense for the Blue Banditos. And Moshin is a new player, and the rest of them are seasoned veterans of the game. And Shades knows that something is up because Stevie rigs the game every year, and the Blue Banditos always win. So it's pretty much a revenge story of how the Red Rockets get back at the Blue Banditos. I love this story, and I can't wait for it to be completed so that we can have a screening of it. I'm hoping to get it screened at Columbia at some point. I don't find as much happiness in other things as I do in filmmaking and film history and just the art of cinema as a whole. Nothing intrigues me more, or just, I don't know, there's always this like drive to get better and truly understand the craft. And I don't know, it's almost like chasing the dragon. It's an almost unattainable thing that I'm really working towards, being a filmmaker.